Your father was designing something magnificent.
There's plans for you.
He said it would change everything.
We're here to recover one of these.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Will you help us, Tom?
What if we don't stop him?
We have to try.
Hello everyone, I'm Hugo.
And I'm Jake, we're from the future!
This is the Bible Reloaded. Today we're looking at another wonderful Christian film. This one is about time travel. And hold on there, commenters, I know some of you are already thinking to yourself, Christian time travel movie? You already covered this. I know for a fact you did that already. It was part of your lawsuit with the Cristiano brothers.
The Cristianos, they already made this one. You did Time Changer already. Also, I'm a weeb. Send.
Yeah, you're thinking of this film, Time Changer, by the Cristiano brothers. We've delved into that. I'm sure there's a link somewhere. However, today we're looking at the other seminal classic in the Christian time travel genre, which is totally a thing, by the way, A Path in Time. This one was not made by the Cristiano brothers. So, yeah, those are things. Today we're looking at A Path in Time. Let's see the second Christian movie about time travel. So the movie begins, and what better way to start our fun sci-fi romp than to open on the beginning of a verse usually reserved for funerals. Kids like funerals, right? Lots of family there, maybe a potluck at the showing, and hey, you might get to see a dead body, and that's pretty neat.
Do you know what I remember most about my grandma's funeral?
What?
The pizza. Also, she was dead.
So fade in, Graysville, September 22nd, 1917. Camera pans down from the treetops as to allow the audience to appreciate the stillness of the evening air until suddenly, old time man. Okay, maybe, I'm just gonna put this out there, it's alternate timeline Kyle Reese, and he's coming back one last time to get some of that sweet, sweet geriatric Linda Hamilton bush.
Which is fitting, because this looks like James Cameron got a hold of a Bible. Which, that makes me really happy.
Call me Cameron. My script will get made before Avatar 2. So now that the film has started out proper, our main character Tom is new in town. You can tell he's the main character because he skateboards, and Marty McFly skateboards. That's how characterization works, right, guys?
How shaky is Tom, though?
Tom heads off to school at... Oh, fuck, wait. Is this a Christian teen time travel drama that is also Canadian? If your communist healthcare doesn't cover my dying brain cells from this movie, I am suing. You hear that, Trudeau? Enjoy the poutine and beaver trapping while it's good, bitch. I'm coming for ya.
Hey! Excuse me. I don't seem to recognize you. What's your name?
Yeah. What's your name?
Do you guys think these two felt bad that they couldn't even get cast as the main bully? If I was idiot here, I'd watch out for this one. He's got a look to him. Like he's gonna Black Swan the shit out of this situation, but like, not in the fun way.
That board just doesn't suit you.
Yeah, maybe we should take it off his hands.
How about you borrow it for now?
Jesus, kid, can you pretend to act for a second? What even is this look? Look at this. It looks like he suspects someone shit their pants, and he just figured out it's this guy.
It was nice talking to you guys. Take care.
Yeah, that's right.
Keep walking. Walking, boy. Keep walking. Walking, boy.
Why do you people keep doing this to me?
good, bud?
I'm
You good?
Back at his locker, Tom finds a strange box with instructions to open it on Main Street at a specific time. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, couldn't he just open it now? Nice try. They put twine on it. 2 steps ahead.
I like how there's no fucking exposition about how, like, it's weird for him to get a box. The whole time I'm like, oh, maybe he's already in on the time travel thing, and this is just how they communicate. No, that he just... Poorly written, basically, is what, and poorly acted. He didn't even seem surprised. He just kind of grabbed it and goes, oh, okay. I guess this box is in my life now.
The thing about the poorly acted, I don't think it's a poorly acted. The guy who plays the kid in this, his IMDb, there aren't a ton of credits, but there are some other stuff. He's probably a shit actor, but nothing in the writing of this movie ever tells me Tom is supposed to be surprised by any of this. So...
Yeah,
I think he's acting it exactly as he was directed to. I don't blame this kid at all. After school, Tom's forever nameless mother comes in to see how he's doing.
You know, I bet your dad's looking down right now, so proud of how brave you're being starting at a new school.
His dad died just like the dad in Air Bud. I hope he too finds a freakishly talented dog that leads to a confrontation with a birthday clown.
I miss him, Mom.
I know, Tom.
I can't quite place it, but there's something wrong with this lady's skull. It's like just her skull has progeria.
This, of course, triggers a flashback where we find Tom was at a carnival with his dad when he died, but he was dismissive of him, and because of that, while he was dying, Tom was off buying food. In all fairness, just the thought of eating fair food does this to me too.
His dad literally dies at a carnival. A person wrote that his dad dies at a carnival. In Canada.
Ooh, look at you, Mr. Director, showing off all your fancy transition shots. That's definitely part of his portfolio that got him a job on A Dog's Purpose. Yeah, the shitty talking dog movie from last year. He worked on that. The director of this movie was a camera operator and director of photography for a second unit on A Dog's Purpose. He was also a main camera operator on Goon. No word, though, on whether or not he brought Tom along to help drown those dogs.
It was his time.
How can you say that?
This was just part of God's plan.
Don't even bring God into this. If God cared, Dad would still be alive.
Careful, Tom. God may not care about your father or life back home, but if you question his authority, he might send you on a crazy time travel adventure to teach you a lesson. Man, God's a prick in these Christian time travel movies.
You know, I just noticed the issue with Tom. Tom's just a sentient version of Fred Savage's hair. Flashback to the time Tom talked to his dad about something. I appreciate using the disabled progeria lady as the mom who brings out trays of beverages trope. It's kind of refreshing to see a film illustrate that the disableds can perform menial tasks for us now, ever since the SJW libtard pussies gave the darkies human rights.
Did you say something? I'm sorry. I feel like I'm getting fucking trench foot in here.
Are you gonna come to the new church with us tomorrow?
I'd rather not.
That's fine, I'm not gonna force you.
Finally, I get to make a choice for myself.
When your grandfather stopped going to church, this was given to him by his father.
What's so special about that? I've already got one just like it.
You're right, it's like any other Bible except for one thing. This has verses underlined which helped your grandfather, his father, and myself understand and reclaim our love for Jesus.
Nothing says make a choice for yourself quite like underlining the ideas you should adhere to. Way to go, Fred Savage's hair's dad.
After he gives them the Bible, he also mentions that maybe they should go to the Carnival, because the screenwriter is under the impression you need to be reminded that this conversation with his dad takes place before the dad died. Fucking brilliant. Tom just can't take the stresses of his new life anymore, though, and he casts his family Bible aside.
Nope. Don't feel a thing.
All joking aside, though, the shots and transitions in this movie are by far the best I've seen in a Christian film of this budget and scale. Are you waiting for me to say something mean? I don't always have to be an asshole. So Tom goes to the place the box told him to go and opens it. Inside is a note that says, "After you run, follow the old man," and a small metal device. Didn't think this was going to turn into an ISIS recruitment video, but I'm flexible. Of course, as the note predicted, the bullies come across him and give chase until... Holy shit! This movie had an actual cool time travel effect. For the movie's budget, which is an estimated $100,000, that's really not bad. You have the freeze frame, of course, and all around you get the two time periods flipping back and forth around them. For those thinking I'm praising this cheap effect too much, let's take a look back at Time Changer, the other Christian time travel movie, which actually had a budget of over $800,000, almost 10 times the budget of this film, to see how they portray time travel in this oh-so-visual of mediums. Yeah, do you see why I might take a second to actually reward this film for trying? Are you taking notes, Cristiano brothers, you fucking hacks?
It's a long-winded way for you to tell me that the Cristianos were lazy. We already knew that. We didn't. I think you're just being petty.
Yeah, well, it's half my show, so. So Tom is stuck in this living history museum, totally 1917, guys, really? When the old man described in his note walks by, he of course decides to follow him. Tom confronts the old man and the two teenagers he finds with him.
How do you know my name? What is this?
It's alright, Tom.
You're here because we need your help.
And where exactly am I?
Graysville, September 23rd, 1917.
Tom, all four of us are here for the same reason.
What reason?
What we can tell you is that we're from the future. The future ahead of what you know as the present.
Isn't it against the rules to change the past?
Absolutely. But there are exceptions. We're here for a specific purpose. To rebalance what was offset.
Tom is taking the existence of time travel very well. For no reason.
I'm not sure Tom feels emotions, though. He's always kind of just like, I'm very hurt that my dad died. Oh, weird, I got a strange box. My mom has skull progeria. All of this is fine.
So Tom and the old man's grandkids are off to stop wasting budget on that town location by walking through the nice, cheap-to-film-in woods.
I've seen this movie. This is the part where super retarded Adrian Brody attacks them in the woods and kills them. Because as we all know, retarded Adrian Brody has the strength of 10 Adrian Brodys.
So they take Tom to a place where they can see another old man with a time travel device, showing it off to some kids. Are you confused yet? I know I am.
Perfect. We're on time.
They have it.
It's all true.
God damn it, Tom. You learned about this information like 50 fucking seconds ago. I've seen better script writing in dog porn.
You wanna lick my gravy?
Well, looks like I'm into dog porn. Yep. Full mast.
But for some reason, Tom is totally on board and ready to go steal a time machine from a complete stranger at the behest of yet another complete stranger.
Hey man, we all process grief differently, I don't...
So after Tom steals the other old man's time device, he runs away and it teleports him back to the original old man, who explains the device was programmed to bring him there. Again, Tom totally trusts this guy for some reason. And then...
Are we in the future?
Same time, new location.
What location?
We're 7 miles under the surface of Antarctica, an ancient city lost beneath the ice. Your history books don't even have a name for it.
Wow, ancient civilization sure did have the design sense of a modern Canadian architect. That's convenient. Also, I love that they put these fake Halloween cobwebs here, like, yeah, we said it's ancient and was discovered in, like, the 90s, and clearly people are here, so if the power is on, you know, they'd probably also clean. But the fact that they took the time to put the cobwebs on the set, at least they're trying. That's all I ask.
The lost city.
Completely climatized. A secret kept hidden once it was discovered in 1994. It's the most secret and secure place on Earth. This is where time travel was invented.
You're telling me they invented time travel the same year that Gullah Gullah Island came out?
Out of all the shows, like, not Friends, you picked Gullah Gullah Island.
Friends?
You know, Friends. It's like one of the biggest shows of the 90s. David Schwimmer's in it. Jennifer Aniston. The famous people. Famous people are in the show, damn it.
Never heard of it. My second choice is VR Troopers. You remember that one?
I'll have you know Lisa Kudrow was a tour de force. The amount of work, the amount of time that must have gone in, I can't...
I didn't have cable, dude. I don't...
Nope!
I don't understand how I'm wrapped up in all this.
The man at the windmill who dug up the TPU, that man was Morris. He'd do anything within his power to obtain the master TPU for his own purposes.
He was trying to take one of those kids with me.
The master TPU can only be used by those whose genetic code can activate it. The kids are your distant relatives, your great-grandfather and his sister.
If generic evil bad guy needs someone with Tom's genetic code to use the device, why doesn't he just use Tom? Tom clearly has no problem doing the bidding of any time traveler he comes across, and he doesn't really ask that many questions. Generic evil bad guy is even more underwritten than I thought, and he's had like 14 seconds of screen time.
I genuinely thought there was going to be a bait and switch. There isn't one.
So the old guy starts explaining Morrison's backstory to Tom. Morrison is generic evil bad guy. So yeah, the bad guy is the bully's father. I would normally say because some reason, but that's too much credit, so let's say for no reason. Okay, so Morrison is evil. I got that. What's his evil plan?
Why is the master TPU so important to him?
Over the 20 years he's lived in the future, Morris has amassed an incredible amount of power from time travel. He controls the entire northern hemisphere. When Morris began persecuting those in the future who believed in Jesus, many turned away from God easily, and churches were eliminated. Morris has seen his future. He's seen that he will change his ways, that he himself will accept Jesus, but the newfound faith will cost him everything.
So the villain is trying to stop Christianity from ever happening because he finds out in the future he will become a Christian and stop being evil. Couldn't he just, like, cover his ears anytime someone tries to convert him, or just...
Maybe it's like someone saying, hey, don't think of an elephant.
Oh, like you said, and now all I can think of is an elephant. So if I'm like, oh, don't become a Christian, it's like, oh, there's the Holy Spirit. Oh, okay, I got it. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's how the Holy Spirit works, actually.
With massive overpopulation in the future, Morris's ideals were welcomed, even though they were morally wrong. To decrease the population, he's been sending Christians back to 1917 to hold them for a time, in a place he knows they'll never be found.
I mean, to be fair, what other application for time travel is it than to tell people God not real and you're a cuck? I mean, like, in the future, Twitter still has character limits, so our hands were tied.
So he's time travel anti-Christian, tech-noir, Emperor Palpatine Hitler. Cool.
Remember this?
Where'd you get it?
You threw it to me. There's a small group of us in the future that devised a system to remember 3 biblical verses, just in case Morris is successful in destroying God's word before it is ever printed. Take a closer look at the handwriting at the back of the book.
Is it mine?
You're a fucking time traveler now, Tom. The concept of this should not be that far out of your reach. Does this kid have brain cancer? Is the twist that he has brain cancer? Because he can't fucking think, and it better be stage 4.
And for the record, this is like maximum insight we get into understanding this situation ever. There's a little bit of a twist at the end, but other than that, Morrison is generic evil bad guy, and Tom here is supposed to stop him by writing down 3 Bible verses for some reason.
Are you guys excited for their ultimate climactic battle? Keep that in mind. We're headed towards it, right?
We're in the same spot as before.
This is the night. The night you didn't have a chance to tell him how much you loved him.
My father?
Wait, what? You're gonna go see your dad before he dies? We're doing this time travel trope now? What about Nazi Palpatine guy? Don't you... Whatever, it's just Jesus.
Dad. What's happening? Take care of your mom for me.
How about call a fucking ambulance? Heart attacks aren't 100% fatal, dude. You have a wife and a kid. At least pretend you want to live, you asshole.
Okay, hear me out. Instead of sprinting to where your dad is, and by the way, when he sprints, the time travel thing doesn't go off. Is it only when he wants to? That doesn't make sense, because he doesn't matter. Anyway, plot hole. Instead of doing that, instead of running to dad while he's dying on the ground, call an ambulance, maybe? I mean, it's clearly taking you 15, 20 minutes to get there. And if you do that, a bunch of things happen. Number 1, you save your dad's life, which is just fantastic. Number 2, you still get the information on the hiding place because he thinks he's going to die anyways. And number 3, I don't have to watch this guy die and when he dies, it looks like he's like a climaxing German man. He's just pumping.
So after saying his goodbyes to his father, Tom returns to the present, only to be greeted by the bullies.
Take it easy, Tom. Thanks.
I also know what it's like to lose a father. The skateboard was the last gift my father gave me.
Alright, so I guess all we have to do is kill everyone's fathers and the bullying problem is over. You're welcome, America.
So Tom gets information on where something is hidden from his dad, and so he goes in the backyard to this clearly recently set up grave area for a secret hiding place. If you would have spent 5 more seconds pushing the dirt away with your hands, you wouldn't have needed the shovel. The dirt was as shallow as the plot of this movie, for fuck's sake. This is literally a box that keeps some of the equipment for the film crew in it. They just buried it in the ground for this fucking scene. What the fuck, Hugo? You picked this.
Yeah, I did. I didn't just pick this. I bought this at the store. Tom goes inside to ask his mom what she knows.
What were the designs for?
I've never breathed a word of this to anyone.
Why?
Because something is going to happen.
Yeesh, I wish I could say this woman is acting against her normal type or something, but half of her IMDb credits her as a mom, so yeah, maybe just have a real kid. It requires less range.
You have to come with us, Tom.
I'm not going anywhere.
Tom, your participation in this is important to a lot of people.
Yeah, because there's like 6 minutes left in this movie, and nothing has happened. So maybe get on it, Tom.
Give me one good reason why I should go with you right now.
Our grandfather, from the future. He's you, Tom. An older you.
Okay, so just so we're clear, without my balls, you don't exist. That makes me in charge of you. Or so fucking help me, I will castrate you out of existence. Don't think my balls are more valuable to me than you being non-existent.
So, Dad, I've chosen to protect the 3 verses from Morris, keeping them safe for all of time.
So then he writes down the 3 verses, and then he wins, I guess, I think. I don't know.
So nothing happens at the end of the movie? It's just done. Do they not ever fight the big bad guy? Did they just run out of money and they only wrote 2 acts of the movie? Does he just abandon Progeria Mom and go into the future? Do I still like dog porn?
Just relax, baby. This won't hurt much.
I do. I do still like dog porn.
So, I'm trying to... Really, I'm not kidding when I say this movie is one of my favorite movies I think we've ever done. And let me explain why. Because a lot of you are probably going, what? Why? And I really think the comparisons are really, really apt here in explaining what makes a really good, fun, bad Christian movie and what makes just a fucking train wreck. Like I mentioned in the review, this movie had a budget of $100,000. I will watch this 10 times before I ever put this in my DVD player again. This movie fucking sucks. This movie cost almost $1 million to make. How is this movie better? The technical aspects of this movie, as far as the effects, I know the movie was made later. Not that much later. Like 5 or 7 years later. Something like that.
Not 6, though. Only
No.
5 or 7.
And even on the back, by the way, these are both Dove Foundation approved movies. If you don't know, the Dove Foundation is sort of a Christian organization that reviews movies and says whether or not, if you're one of those households, that can only watch Christian approved media, they basically are the ones to say if you can watch something or not. They approved both movies. Their quote for Time Changer on the box is, "A much needed and timely film. We recommend this movie to anyone." And this one says, "Enjoy the special effects and the story." So, I don't know
What a glowing
who the Cristiano
review.
brothers are paying off at the Dove Foundation, but this is the better movie. Why?
It's so And the thing is, like, this movie literally did not write the 3rd act. It didn't. There's no resolution. It was 2 minutes long or something runtime.
It doesn't 55.
Yeah.
55.
Well, that's with the credits. I'm saying. How is this better? It's a weird thing. It kind of has like a The Room feel. Like there's little tidbits. Like when you watch it, you're like, that's stupid. I like that.
But the difference is this feels cynical, and you know what? This movie, the Cristiano brothers, I can feel how cynical and judgmental the filmmakers are in this. That's why I hate this movie. This movie, and I've looked into the career and IMDb of the director and writer of this, of Path in Time. He seems like, and you saw a screenshot of his IMDb, he worked on Goon, he's worked on plenty of other projects. This guy seems like a genuine, hard-working director of photography, camera operator. He works in the technical aspects of productions. Probably not screenwriting, and is not what he should be latching himself to. And this is the only thing he's ever written, and there's a reason. But when I looked at his actual portfolio. He has a website. He's a very competent cinematographer, director of photography, and camera operator. He knows what he knows how to do, and he's been working consistently for years. He just wanted to do a little Christian movie for probably teenage youth groups, make a little money, share a message. It's not hateful. It doesn't say, like, non-Christians are pieces of shit. It's just
actually,
a fun
him and his dad,
low
he
budget.
and his dad have a conversation, and they're like, I can't make you choose it, and I'd love you to choose it, but you don't have to. Make your own decision. That's the least preachy Christian movie I think we've ever watched.
Yeah, it's really great. And actually, there are special features of like a behind the scenes I'll probably check out on my own time. But if the guy who made this ever sees this, I need you to understand. While we made fun of your movie, it is in a completely different way, at least in my case, than it was for something like this. Because this is garbage. This is terrible, detrimental, hateful shit. This, I see what you're going for. It's funny and we're laughing at it. But you know what? I can tell everyone who worked on this was having a good time.
Except for Tom.
Seriously.
Except for Tom. That guy's, is he okay? Did he...
He's still working. He's still fine.
Oh,
Him
okay.
and I believe a relative of his who also is in the biz. His relative, I know I found his Facebook does, he films sporting events and stuff. It seems like him and his family are in the biz, so whatever. Unfortunately, though, this happy ending also has a dark cloud on the horizon, and that is, well, the Cristiano brothers had nothing to do with the production of this movie. They are, unfortunately, the distributors from ChristianMovies.com, which they own. So, sorry you had to be latched to those two, dude. Have you talked to those guys? They're nuts. They're nutbags. But enjoy your movie. So thanks. So I guess that's it. By the way, everyone, this week was supposed to be Is Genesis History, which y'all recommended across the board. Did any of you watch Is Genesis History? Because I sat down and watched about half of it to do this. And it's the most boring fucking thing ever. What am I going to do with it? It's literally... Jake, did you watch any of it after I told you that? Okay.
No, you told me... You started watching it to do research to see if we would do it, because that's how we usually do it. One of us watches the thing, like, hey, we should do this thing. You were like, we're not doing that. So I was like, I don't want to fucking watch it then. I'm good with that.
Right. And it's not just because it's bad. We've seen the stuff we review. We review bad stuff all the time. It's that there's nothing to talk about in Is Genesis History. It's the same, 10 creationist arguments you've heard a million times, except I was going to say done in a new... But it's not even done in a new way. It's just they come and they film people who look important saying, I think volcanoes caused all the sedimentary rock. And not explain... They don't even explain why. Generally, it's just... It's a movie for if you're already a creationist to go in and have your beliefs,
That feels like our review of it would be a circle jerk.
It would be, and I don't want to do that. So we've covered
it was plate tectonics and then we
I'll
just
say
come on each
everything in His Genesis History that I saw we've covered in our other stuff that dealt with evolution and creationism. We would just be retreading. So
yeah.
If you want to see our review of His Genesis History, watch our other reviews involving creationism. We'll cover that.
Creation Adventure Team. You could watch that one with Ben Stein. You could watch anything. Didn't we do Atheism versus Evolution?
No, we did Atheism versus God or something. We did some Ray Comfort stuff that touches on that a lot.
Yeah, so we've already talked about it. But keep an eye out for more stuff, because we will do it. Anything with Kevin Sorbo, I am on board for.
Yeah, there's some trailers someone sent me a while back for
the Hannity Sorbo movies soon.
Oh my god. So, I guess we'll get working on that. If you guys enjoyed this, you can, of course, always subscribe. You can follow us on Twitter at Bible Reloaded or me at Hugo Reloaded.
You can also donate to our Patreon. Got tons of swag. Hella swag. Swag.
Nailed it. And if you have any other movies you want us to do or anything, you can either recommend them to us in the comments, or if you have a DVD such as this you would like to send to us, on the screen is our P.O. Box. So you can send those to the P.O. Box. I can't guarantee we'll watch them, but we'll at least consider them. Having a good cover helps, I'm not going to lie. So until next time, I'm Hugo.
I'm Jake.
And this has been, I might go watch this movie again. I'm feeling it, guys. Fuck it. Let's watch the movie again. Just if you wanna simulate the experience I'm about to have, just restart the review right now.